Good afternoon, welcome back. We are gonna see ourselves the second game of the best of three that we were watching. It is RoX.KIS taking on a NEXT.kz, and a very active game number one. We just saw rampages at 15 minutes, didn't matter, everyone continued to fight, which might have not been the right decision after all, since of course NEXT.kz did end up losing that game. They're gonna look to force out a third game, as it is a best of three, I just said, and they don't want to get dropped down to the loser bracket, because loser bracket only has best of one games, so you need to prove your worth right now, right here, if you want to continue with these best of threes in the winners bracket for, of course, the Yardwide Festival, which is what you are watching. You can of course also watch inside the game client if you get yourself a ticket, and on top of being able to watch inside the game client, you would also be getting a cool courier with that as a gift, so make sure you check that out for sure. As by the way, for people wondering, if you are watching on stream, you are eligible to get items for the tournament if you have indeed got the ticket, that is. And as you can already hear in the background, the draft is actually going on. So let's jump ourselves right in there. We have got RoX.KIS on the Dire side this game. It will be NEXT.kz on the Radiant side, with Invoker and Storm removed. So one thing that you do need to know about this match is that it is actually Dendy standing in for NEXT.kz. So we have a lot of Dendy heroes getting banned out, including Invoker, which was the first pick that NEXT.kz did in the previous game. We've got Solo's Nature's Prophet removed as well, by the way. And Goblak's one of his favorite heroes, the Abaddon, removed, as well as it is a RoX.KIS that has the opportunity to pick a hero first. Will be interesting to see what they go for. They went for a Death Prophet previous game. Now, that's not something that they normally do, or at least not something that's typical for them. Let's just put it that way. It was a very successful pick, don't get me wrong. It was extra successful because of the silences, and yeah, there was indeed a rampage and a 4-man silence, and a lot of wombo combo going on there, especially with the Ancient Deprivation as well. But RoX.KIS this time, they go for a Bane first pickup, and now we have seen this before. And RoX.KIS, they do it too. They pick Bane Mirana. A lot of teams do that. It's very, very straightforward, actually. So might see that come out from RoX. At the same time, it is also something that they have done earlier in this tournament, where they have run Bane Mirana on one lane and Venomancer Train Protector on the other lane, or on a other lane, or the other side lane, I should say. And they could do the same thing again. Granted, that would be probably difficult, because there would probably be a couple of bans coming out that will prevent that. As Ancient Apparition is the first hero that NEXT.kz pick up. So Ancient Apparition previous game was played by Goblak, who rushed an Aghanim Scepter. I am very curious to see if we're going to see that again. If we are going to see ourselves another rush Aghanim Scepter on an Ancient Apparition, because that's not something that you normally see. Yeah, it's a good item on him, and it's an awesome item to get, but to rush it and to just ignore any other item and make your other support buy all the wards and all that, it's not done that often. So interesting to see what they're going to do with that. They pick up the Batrider again, a hero that they used in the previous game as well. Reeves was the off-lane / jungle Batrider in that game. He had some good lasso ganks, and his first gank was definitely successful, as he did manage to take down the solo mid. I mean, you need to, that first gank is probably the most important one, the surprise blink dagger, rather. So, yeah, that Batrider it did play a nice role. They were just outplayed, though. That's all that there is to say about that one. And if it was the Batrider that could have changed anything, I don't think so. It is not just the Batrider's mistake. So we're gonna see if this Batrider is a bit more successful than the previous one. As RoX is actually taking into their bonus time to think about what they're gonna pick up next. Is it gonna be Mirana Bane, or are they gonna run something else? Do they want to risk getting on something else banned out and pick something else? Because the thing is, if you don't pick up Mirana right now, if you are aiming to have Mirana Bane rather, if you don't pick up Mirana now, you'll probably see her banned, because she is such a common hero to see together with that Bane that, you know, it's quite a standard hero to ban then as well. It's just, it makes sense. But they are taking their time to think about what they are going to do, and perhaps they're also, of course, discussing their next line of plans, like which heroes are going to ban, what is NEXT.kz going to do with their lineups. I mean, of course, it was RoX that ran an aggressive tri-lane. Am I saying that right, or was it the game before that? No, they didn't run, and that was a game before that. My bad. That was a Phases Void Ancient Apparition Veno lane. No, this Veno, or sorry, this Ancient Apparition is gonna probably on the safe lane. I wouldn't mind seeing it on the aggressive tri lane though. However, it's a lot more difficult now that there is a Slark on the map. Nightmare into Slark pounce is, by the way, pretty decent as well. It's a possibility, so we might see something like that. But Slark, I like the pickup. Pretty strong, dominating if you get it. If you get a good start with it. Normally, though, it is BZZ that plays this, I believe. So it is a safe lane Slark then. Of course, they can rotate lanes. Don't get me wrong. Like everything I say is not set in stone. Nothing I say is set in stone. Better yet. So, you know. It can still change around, but for the moment, I am going to assume this is a safe lane Slark for BZZ. Maran is the one to get banned. I mean, really, raise your hand if you're surprised, and if I see any hands right now. Here's my frowny face. Well, you don't see it, but there's a frowny face going on right now. Venomancer and Puck were the bans for RoX. Good bans. I mean, Venomancer is still very annoying to Slark. As the slow, I mean, you can pounce away, you'll still get slowed, and especially Venomancer Ancient Apparition combination is, you know, it's just annoying. Gale into Cold Feet, and we just saw RoX running the same Veno Ancient Apparition combination, so, oh my god, that rhymed. That's awesome. But yeah, they don't want to be up against that. They ban out the Puck as well. A mid-hero that they banned out previous game as well. We still have a lot of mid-heroes in the pool though, and this time we still have a Templar Assassin in the pool who was banned out last game, and we still have an OD in the pool who was banned out last game, though personally I really hope we're not going to see an OD. But yeah, we have a Pugna actually get banned here by NEXT.kz. Of course, Pugna is a bit of an annoyance to the Barrider because, or to anything kind of, because, you know, the moment that you use anything apart from... Oh, wait, no! That got changed! Wow! I actually was gonna say something about the blink and the thing, but the blink doesn't cost mana anymore. I did not think about that combination just yet, but I guess the Pugna ward is not as big as an annoyance that it used to be against people with a blink dagger. Wow, cool. I actually didn't think about that. Nevertheless, they banned it out. They don't want to deal with it. And I mean, last game they were up against already a hero that was very solid in pushing, and I just continued on like this. Of course, I'm talking about Death Prophet by Solo, so they don't want to be up against a very heavy, pushy hero again. I don't blame them. It's just very, very annoying to deal with, because even if you can win fights, if your towers are still going to fall and you're not taking down any towers in return, you're still going to be getting behind overall over the great scheme of things in terms of gold, because your enemies are getting gold from towers that you're not getting. And there's our secondary support coming out from NEXT.kz. It's going to be the Crystal Maiden. So that's going to be Cold Feet with Frostbite. We'll proc the Cold Feet, by the way. So that's pretty decent. There's multiple slows then as well, of course, with the Vortex and the Nova. So yeah, I like this combination. Very frosty for NEXT.kz, I guess, if you want to put a theme to it. Wow. Fire and Ice. Oh, the hot and the cold, they're both so intense. Put them together, just makes sense. And that's a reference for a lot of people that will know that, and a lot of people that won't. So tough luck if you don't. But it makes sense. There you go. RoX.KIS, though, taking into their bonus time. Again, both teams actually use a lot of their bonus time for this draft to think about what they want to do here. Think about how they're going to deal with their opponent. Clockwork gets picked up by RoX. Now, one thing that I've noticed about Cogs lately, which didn't used to be the case, I believe, if Barrider gets stuck in Cogs, he cannot fly out. And I'm going to check the chat in 2 minutes, because let me know if that was a bug that I saw, or if that is actually true, because last time I saw it, it was true. It was also true for the Spectre Dagger to not be able to go out of the Cogs after he sent his dagger somewhere. So, interesting if that is going to be the case. Anyways, that's going to be Clockwork, most likely off lane. Could be mid. Not really a solo-like hero, though. It's more like a Seedoy hero. So I'm going to expect him on the off lane with Seedoy, and then just have something else still in mid. But for that hero to be decided, well, one team has to throw the first stone, which is something that neither wants to do. Well, of course, at some point, the team that has to pick second last is going to be forced into it. We'll see if NEXT.kz is going to secure themselves a solo mid already, though. I mean, in theory, they could put Barrite or Ancient Apparition mid as well. I don't keep calling the Ancient Apparition perhaps mid, because I do like that. They go for a Viper, though, which is actually a pretty RoX-like pickup, so I like this pickup a lot. I'm pretty decent against the Slark as well. It's kind of annoying to deal with on lane especially. Because they're like Viper is gonna win his lane. Almost guaranteed. He's got an orb effect, which is very annoying to deal with. You're not gonna have enough regen to sit around getting lasted all the time. You might get experience, fair enough, but it's gonna be very difficult to deal with him. We'll see what RoX.KIS will pick up off the back of that one. Now, in terms of supports, they also need one of those, or jungle heroes, whatever they want to have. They have got a Bane so far. Bane works well together with a lot of different heroes, though. Yeah. Which one? I was actually thinking about a hero and then I forgot it, but yeah, but I kind of would hope that they are gonna go for a jungle hero. That was gonna be what my bottom line would be from that sentence. So maybe something like an Enchantress or a Chen coming out for them, a hero that they play a lot as well, so, or either is Nyx Assassin. Oh, I almost forgot about that guy, and especially good against Batrider because you can actually stun him on command if you pop your Spike Carapace while walking through flames. Good against Viper as well because he'll always have poison on you. You can attack him, and then in return you'll get attacked. So like if you have Spike Carapace and you want him to be stunned, you can make it happen purely because of his passive. It's very good.
10 seconds remaining.
It's very good indeed. Now Bane and Nyx don't really have any awesome synergy apart from, I guess you can set the Impale off on the Fiends, on the Nightmare, but
5 seconds
can also see some ganks coming out from them as well. Luna is the last ban as well as the Doom bringer for the side of RoX. Surprised that Luna made it in this far, but then again, these two teams, they don't really seem to be from the Whoa!
Dire team pick.
Oh god, I've never casted a Meepo before. This is gonna be horrible. He's gonna be all over the place, isn't he? That's not a hero I was expecting. But like my sentence still leads towards a hero that was not a hard carry because both of these teams are not really of the 4 protect 1 kind of strategy. So you need a hero that can fight early on. Luna could still do that, but I was not expecting a Meepo. No, I was not. This is is Mantis gonna play Meepo? Because that would be no. Denny's gonna play Meepo. I was gonna say like Mantis Meepo. That like yeah, this is good. I feel the need to tweet things. People tweet things, and I will retweet them if you put me in the tweet as well, because then I don't have to look away from the screen and don't have to make awful typing sounds and stuff. Anyways, OD is gonna be mid as well. Mantis is gonna be playing the Viper in this case. Is this then a solo mid Meepo? No. Could it be? No. Yes? Maybe? Either this is gonna go horribly wrong, or this is gonna be absolutely awesome, by the way. But yes, we've got ourselves NEXT.kz. They'll play from the Radiant side this game. We are, of course, watching the Yard-wide Festival. And, Yard-wide Festival winner bracket, as we got best of 3. So this is game 2. You see the little yellow thing there right there. That means that RoX.KIS has won game number 1. And with RoX.KIS making game number 1 there, it means that NEXT.kz has to win this game in order to force out a 3rd game, and otherwise, you know, they're going to be in some trouble. But so far, well, they have the surprise picks on their hands. It is a Meepo, played by Dendy here on his bottom lane. And we're going to see in the middle lane, it is Mantis on his Viper in the middle lane. As I already mentioned, the middle lane earlier. Reeves, for the 2nd time in a row, will be playing the Batrider. He'll start off on the top lane. And he actually picked up boots for that. So we'll see how long he can sit around there. Because it's not an easy lane to be up against, for sure. We have the supports rotating into the jungle. It's amazing on the Crystal Maiden and equal on the Ancient Apparition, and this is actually pretty decent. I like this combination because normally it's say like Ancient Apparition needs a lot of levels, so you don't really want to intrude on his pulling and stacking and him getting experience there. But Crystal Maiden doesn't really need that kind of experience because she will have her own experience in the jungle. She can actually get creeps there, and that's probably why Batrider will start out on that top lane as well. So I like it. That's everybody of NEXT.kz, by the way, rotating in to the Dire side, which is RoX.KIS for this one. We've got what? English, yay. We have Goblak playing Bane. It looks like he's middle, but he's actually not. He's just trying to help solo a bit with the block, which is not really working out as intended. But Goblak will be playing the Bane. Will be helping out in the middle a bit until he's on his feet. Looks like we're going to have 2 dual lanes. And oh my god, with that chilling touch, that is going to be very annoying to deal with. But solo is mid up against this Viper, solo on the Slark, who have a very difficult time here. That means also that OD is played by BZZ, so no Slark by BZ, as I mentioned him earlier, that was actually normally, that Slark was normally BZZ's hero, but maybe that's only when Scandal was there. But yeah, BZZ will play the OD, the Outworld Devourer. We have Yol on his Nyx Assassin, and then last, but of course not least, it is Seedoy on the offlane hero Clockwork by himself up against the dual lane so far, which is not really, like, you know, it's melee versus melee, but it's not easy. Crystal Maiden is going to be there all the time, and, you know, he's not going to be able to stop Dendi from farming. That is the main thing right here, as we have got a bit of a rotation. Bane, where are you going? Picks up Nightmare. I'm not sure if they can... he pings out that they want to go for Amazing, but it's going to be difficult. He has got a cool set, by the way, the IX Mike set. They're going to try. Goblak coming in from the side. We're going to follow this one. Let's see what they can do here. Nightmare is not going to be there. Frostbite is, though. And there comes a Nightmare as well. In comes the Battery Assault. Might be enough. Where's those cogs? Can't get them off. And there, they have to get Amazing in the cogs. Doesn't get them in the cogs. And there is going to be a cog. Now there's going to be a cog with Dendi. But Dendi is actually beating on Goblak. He might be getting first blood here. He is getting first blood here. And he might still drop. No. Seedoy is going to be the second one to die. He's going to get a double kill. We're 1.5 minutes into the game, and a Meepo gets a double kill. Dendi makes it happen. Equal, of course, coming in with a chilling touch. Quite an important factor there to take into account as well. In the meantime, on the top lane, we might have a bit of trouble for Reeves, who is... Nah, he's okay. He's fine. He's going to just fly away. But oh my god, the double kill coming out already this early on in the game. Meepo, a hero that can actually snowball pretty well. And his weakness is early on in the game, mostly. If you can harass him then, you know, that's great. Amazing, this time in a bit more trouble. Gets cogged in, but Dendi's there as well. Frostbite coming out, the chilling touch is there. That's going to be a nightmare up on Dendi, preventing him from taking this kill, but the kill will still go the way of NEXT.kz. It is Equal that takes it. Equal that also has to get away because the creeps are hitting him. One more range creep would do the job, but Goblak can't get in range. Goblak is the one to get nuked here instead, as Dendi, with now 2 Meepos, is following him and will probably get the kill. Never mind, double kill for Equal. Gets revenge for getting ticked so low. We'll be moving back towards the bottom lane, and AK moving back towards his fountain because he's quite low, but it is a massacre and a bloodbath on the bottom lane, and it is RoX.KIS that is the one to fall. It is quite impressive to have 4-0 on a bottom lane where there's normally only one hero, like it's only Seedoy normally here, but Goblak coming around means extra kills. In the meantime, Batrider is having troubles, but he is getting he's getting escapes, and he's getting some last hits. He's actually sitting on 6, which is not that bad. In the meantime, in the middle lane, it is Solo who is also having a very difficult time here. And thank you for the tweets, by the way. I'm retweeting them right now, especially after the kills. There we go. At least I retweeted one of them. Thank you for the tweets. But yeah, it is also Mance. I mean, he's doing great here in the middle lane, and I think after the attempted ganks there on the bottom lane, it is yeah, it is wait, sorry, I see something in the chat about boots, but boots are fine. I mentioned boots first. But yeah, after the double kill and the 2 double kills, I don't think we're gonna see anybody joining that Clockwork on the bottom lane anymore. As Reeves is getting harassed out of this lane. That's the only thing they can do so far, but it's you know, it's a Batrider. He'll get his level 6 at some point, he'll get his Blink Dagger at some point, and as long as he can annoy BCZ a bit, as long as he can keep the supports here busy, he's actually doing a really good job, and he's actually getting the experience as well. I mean, they might not get the last hit, but the experience is shared. So, yes, it's not that bad at all. Then in the meantime, sitting on 18 to 14 last hits. Is that actually working properly? I think so, right? I'm not sure how the net worth and everything works. I don't think the net worth actually works with the Meepo, but we'll check that out later on. But yeah. He is doing well. He's not last hitting as good as an OD, but he did get first blood and he got a double kill, and he's got 2 assists, so I don't think he's in any trouble just yet. Push on the top lane is getting like it's not gonna happen basically because of that flame break, or Firefly rather, coming out from Reeves. Solo sitting on 9 for 0, Mance is on 26 for 7. This is not really going well at all for RoX.KIS at this point. This is not going well at all, indeed, and it looks like RoX.KIS is going to lose their first tower. I did mention it's either going to go very, very well for NEXT.kz or very, very bad, and so far it's going well, so, you know, it's working out. Meepo picks, new meta, people, be prepared. No tail, be ready for more Meepo picks, perhaps, if, oh, actually, he's the drafter now himself, isn't he? He could actually pick Meepo. Yeah. Don't need to complain to Fly anymore for not picking Meepo. That's pretty decent. Let's see, though. He's getting some levels, I guess. I mean, yeah, he died twice, but levels are there, which is good, right? Level 4 right now, which is, of course, not yet the important level. Level 6 is the one that we're going to see him probably being a bit more active and maybe also rotating. Talking about rotations, we do have support smoked up, sitting behind Mantis. Solo is not an easy target, though. He's almost level 6, and on top of that, he does have the Dark Pact, which he just used, and he, like, that is why you don't use the Dark Pact unless you get your unless like the supports weren't even needed there. The Dark Pact wasn't even needed there. That was a slightly sign of suicidal tendencies, I have to say. But yeah, that's another kill going the way of NEXT.kz. Ownage being called, double damage rune for Viper, who could actually get Goblak here, actually. Oh, no, not with a Nightmare coming out there. The slow comes still out, though, and actually the Nightmare gets taken over by Equal just to give Mantis a chance to chase. Couldn't get it, though. Couldn't get it. Just has Brown Boots, perhaps, if he had Phase or Treads, might be able to catch up. Talking about catching up, that's something that BCZ wants to do. He picked up a hand of Midas, as he's gonna try to catch up on experience with the Meepo, as he is a full level behind. We can a bit compare them, I guess, because they are both, you know, safe lane carry kind of heroes. Meepo safe lane carry. Yep. But yeah, RoX.KIS, they have to find a way to deal with this. And now I have to say, they have good heroes to try and make things happen in the mid game, though, because both Slark and Clockwork have got this level 6 ulti, which just allows them to be aggressive. And it's not over for them by any stretch, and they can buy time for that OD to get real big. But they have to try and make those plays happen, though, and they have to be the ones to be aggressive for them. It's not really like a turn and burn situation is not going to be very likely unless RoX.KIS is, of course, on a favorable situation where they can actually teleport in all their heroes. But yeah, hook shots and right pounces. Those are the ones we should be looking forward to for RoX.KIS, because those are the ones that can pull them back in this game, as they are. I mean, we're only 7.5 minutes into this game, and it's already 4k gold in favor of NEXT.kz. As the Dark Pact this time is still going to be there. He's not even going to use it. Knows that he's going to be okay. Has got the Shadow Dance after all, so as long as he hides a bit, he's going to regen up just fine. He's got a full bottle now as well. As Mantis with a double damage rune. He's going to try to maybe go for the 8-minute rune. No, it's stopped. It's Age Deprivation that picks it up instead. Question is whether they're going to try to go for something. Goblak knew that they were going to go for him, and actually there comes an impalable hit upon Mantis. He's going to get pounced upon. He might be in some trouble. Clockwork coming in with the flare as well, and Slark gets the last hit. Now the cold feet still come out on Y'all, who is having some issues and will end up going down, but so does Equal. Double kill for Solo. Reeves coming in, looking for a pickup. Won't be able to do anything just yet, though. Has got a lasso, but the range is not as it used to be. Solo jumps back towards the high ground. 2 for 1. Favorable trade. First favorable trade for RoX.KIS. They might lose the support, but they get Mantis, and they get a double kill for their Slark, which is so incredibly important.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So incredibly important. If it's enough, he's got his magic stick. There was a time when I could say, like, Slark, if he has got a poor man's shield and treads, he's gonna be okay. Oh, then he coming in, still gets the net off. Can he actually do this? Are the poofs gonna be enough? Battery Assault is there as well, which is kind of annoying with all the poofs. And Snare comes out again, though. They're gonna just hit him. There's no tower anymore, so why not? Crystal Maiden comes out, nice impale though, and actually this could be trouble. No Frostbite coming in, then he backs off. Clockwork will live though, so rescue mission of Y'all successful. Nicely done. But that's, I mean, even without the poofs, because of course the battery assault would interrupt the poof, but poof, even though it's level 4, not used at all, and he still almost got that kill. Just, even with level 1 on Geostrike, it's just so, it's quite strong. He's gonna get his next Meepo very soon as well. As Equal is building towards the level 6, or trying to get level 6. He is 5.5 and got some experience by himself in the mid lane while Mantis was away. Mantis, who is going for the mechanism for his team. So that's good for him and good for his team, most importantly, because they're doing okay, but they need to get the pressure, keep the pressure on, and then they will be okay even more so. Because if they give Goblak's team rather, if they give RoX.KIS's team a lot of time, a lot of space, then they'll get their levels up and they'll still be able to work out their own game plan. But as long as they keep getting interrupted before they can put their own plan into motion, then NEXT.kz is looking good for this one. Blink Dagger now up for Batrider, and let's look forward to our first Blink gank from Reeves. As we saw in previous game, he was able to get a very high profile kill on that one, and Goblak is not really a high profile kill, but I guess he's the only one that they could kill right now. I mean, with Solo being on the bottom lane, not gonna die for a while, and the tri lane being still top, it's very difficult to pick up anybody else but Goblak. So Blink, it is daytime by the way, so they can't really stand too far forward, and I actually think that they think they got scouted. I don't think they, oh, he's gonna try. Yep, Blink forward. Last, oh, hello Goblak, welcome to your damnation. There's no way. He actually tried to put a nightmare up on himself, but it was too late. Like, there's no way you're gonna get out of that as support. So yeah, Goblak dies 7-2. Perhaps they can take a tower off the back of this one as well, as their own tower actually gets harassed on the top lane. Solo is already sitting close by. It might be that they want to make a player. Clockwork is ready for a hook shot in as well. So let's see if they can make something happen. In comes the slow. The hookshot still in. The pounce as well. That's going to be Equal in a lot of trouble. And Equal dead. Teleport incoming as well. This is going to be BCZ looking for an Astral Imprisonment on Mantis to allow his team to get in position to take him down. But I don't think he can get in range anymore. Can he? There is Treads up versus Treads. The movement speed slightly in favor of the OD. 335 for Mantis. Oh, the vision though. Yeah, gotta dodge the vision. You're dead. Yeah, that's a Fiend script being used as well. Not even a Astral Imprisonment needed. Amazing. Came forward to try and help his teammate. By the way, yes, that's all 5 heroes of RoX.KIS. We do have Batrider and Dendy coming in, trying to make a play here, trying to get a kill. The fire has been put down. This is BCZ trade. It is a worthy trade as well, because stopping BCZ is actually a very good job. Crystal Main still went down for that Solo. Gonna try to run from this. Still has a pounce. Should be okay. And indeed will be okay. A ult will not hit anymore, and Solo is gonna be out safe. Now Goblak might not be having the same luck here, because he was quite far out and getting chased down by Reeve still, who still has chilling touches on him, so can actually hit for quite a lot. His teammates are actually helping him out as well, or at least Dangerous Operation is helping to chase down the Bane with 4 stick charges. The flames are being put down as well. In comes the last two. Equal maxed up by Mantis, who is back in this fight. Was the, well, I guess first one to die after Equal. I guess second one to die then. Equal actually goes down for the second time Solo, though. He has to run. He can still pounce to the other side of the forest, and he will do so. And it looks like he will get away from that as well. Oh, the vision is being kept there, though. And with the vision there's no Moonlight Shadow for you. The Firefly ends, however. The Dark Pact comes out as well, but is it enough? The slow comes back, and the kill is still there. It is 10-6, and NEXT.kz, they keep getting kills all over the place. Then he is involved in them as well, though this time that's... No, actually I say that, but he wasn't involved in that one. Got some of the experience, I guess he was close by. Going for the Aghanims, of course, as first item, which is a bit of a standard item for the Meepo. If he's picked up in competitive play, as we have Dendy and well, one of the Meepos getting nuked down. OD actually is very strong against Meepo. I just realized with that pure damage, it's very risky. Getting your Meepos cut out like that, but yeah, and also with the Clockwork there, you cannot really poof yourself out of the cogs, because you can poof yourself into the cogs. You can be aggressive. But poofing yourself out is not going to be as easy, because you're going to get interrupted all the time, as Nyx Assassin picks himself up a Batrider. That was our first Vendetta kill, I believe. Yeah, it was. So, good job for them. So far, though, NEXT.kz kind of pausing in their strikes. Like you see, the gold graph has plateaued as well, and the experience graph is back towards the 0 line. RoX.KIS are starting to get their footing down. Are starting to work on their own game plan, and it's working out so far. It's, or at least it's not going too badly. Let's put it that way. As Meepo gets an ancient operation, or sorry, gets an Astral Imprisonment on his face. 4 staff out of the net though, which is pretty nice for him. And we have from behind Solo in the top lane, looking for a gank up on the supports. Equal and amazing here behind. There's also Mantis on his Viper, but He's a bit too far to the north. Solo, he's gonna try. He has got Shadow Dance as well. He's gonna bounce. He's gonna hit. And amazing. You're not amazing anymore. You're amazingly dead, perhaps, or not. Solo in the Shadow Dance. Fiend's Grip coming out on Mantis as well, allowing Solo to maybe do some more on Amazing here. Amazing lives, though, and RoX.KIS, they're the ones to back off. Brainstep will still take care of the Ancient Operation, but Solo is the one to stay alive. A hook shot comes on the back one. Hits on creeps mostly, though. Seedoy has to be careful. Amazing still dies to the Nyx. It is gonna be Seedoy that's gonna be slowed and killed here as well. 1 for 2 though. 2 supports for 1. Clockwork. As Solo was the one to live there. I mean, he doesn't get a kill himself. Bane gets a kill. Oh, the lasso getting already dark pacted off. Nicely done by Solo, and pounces himself away as well. So Solo doesn't die. Doesn't get a kill either. I guess, you know, there's a flip side to that one. But still, an aggressive play from RoX.KIS, which probably did not work out as intended, because they wanted to, like, they used Fiend's Grip on Mantis, who did not die. They wanted to get a solo kill for Solo, or at least a kill for Solo on one of the supports. I mean, the supports still died, but it was not Solo to kill them off. Astral Imprisont's gonna set up for pounds. And there it is. Misses! That was too early! Blowing the gun for Solo there, and with the cold feet there, he's forced out. He has a haste rune though, so he can be back here very shortly, but he is actually in a lot of trouble right now. Puts himself in Shadow Dance and will therefore heal up again, and that's gonna be enough to put him back to full health, but his ganks are not succeeding, and that is trouble, because he needs those ganks to succeed, because otherwise he's just walking around like a headless chicken, not getting anything done on the map. BKB, second item for Viper Bread looks fit, unless he unless he wants to make it into an Aghanim Scepter, which wouldn't be that bad actually. I wouldn't mind that. I would actually like that a lot. But yeah, I think that I get some time to breathe, which is, you know, very welcome. I think that the early start that NEXT.kz had that was so good is kind of gone. I think the game's even again. And RoX.KIS, I actually feel like they might be slightly ahead, because NEXT.kz, even though they're 4k gold ahead, they're not able to hold on to their own. Slug just suicided on the bottom lane. Get away from Dendy, maybe. Oh well, in the meantime, middle lane, we do have ourselves the all. Already spiked Carapace, but nuns himself out. Goblag trying to do what he can. He knows he's dead. He knows he's dead. He's just trying to buy some time for BCZ to come in, who gets put in a nightmare there as well. They go for Equal. The Vendetta was still there. Equal is the one to die here instead. It's 2 for 2. 2 for 1 rather, because of course Slug suicided earlier on the bottom lane. But A and Batrider going down on the cost of a Bane. A favorable trade for RoX.KIS. Again, they're starting to do better and better in these. Dendy, he has his Aghanims though. He's got 4 Meepos. He's level 13. Which is always something interesting to see. Meepo's level fairly fast. Pounds forward, doesn't get a Meepo. And they'll hold him at bay with that net there. Blink forward. Lasso, already dark backed it off. Goblag though with the Fiend's Grip up on the Batrider. Pounds forward there as well. Solo still gets flame breaked. But it is gonna be the Batrider who is gonna die to the Ancient. Oh, that's not the Ancient. No, he's not gonna die at all. He's not gonna die at all. Impale coming out. Mantis maybe a bit too far forward. Nyx Assassin gonna get cold feet there as Solo is back in this. Still wants to go for the Batrider. Finds him as well. Might be in some trouble because Dendy is there with all the Meepos. Calypso get dropped though. Hammer is down, and so is Mantis as well as the Crystal Maiden. Dendy though jumps forward looking for someone. Can he actually? Oh yes he can! Yes he can! How could I doubt that? He's already got a triple kill. He's gonna try to go for an ultra kill. The Meepos are coming in. These are 4 Meepos still. Goblag brain cells, but it's not enough. In comes Yol with the Impale, but he misses the lowest Meepo with that Impale. There's already an ultra kill. Then he runs. One of the Meepo runs. Can they still get him? He's gonna get a rampage on a Meepo. This is the day of rampages. And I have to say, I mean, I don't think I've seen that before. Impressive play, and I mean, his entire team might have died when he was killing off things left and right. Apart from Equal, he lives. But this is still a very scary Meepo, and Meepos are actually very good at doing a lot of different things at the same time. Oh my god, yes, I said that. It's the most obvious thing ever. I do realize that. But the thing I mean with that is, oh, hello, bye. They're good at ganking, and that was your proof right there. They're good at split pushing, which they did before the fight started. Like he was split pushing, and they're good at farming too. He's level 17 right now compared to the highest level in RoX.KIS, level 13. He is a one-man army, and yes, I don't mean that with pun. I just mean that in the true sense of the word. As Viper is getting a Fiend Script here, amazing. Goes for the ult, but can't really get anything done. Gets picked up as through imprisonment. It might be a saving grace for this Viper. It's actually Reeves jumps himself in. Oh, doesn't put the lasso on. Mantis will actually still go down. Flame break coming out from Reeves, and in come the Meepos. Down goes the Bane. BZZ doesn't know how fast he can get out of that place. The Meepo, yeah, has got his blink dagger off cooldown again in 3 seconds. Can he blink forward? Yes, he can. I think he can. He blinks towards the wrong place, though. Didn't have vision over Cedar right there. He does take down the tower. This is Meepo play as you have never seen it before, as I have never seen it before in a competitive match. That is, but it's fun to watch. Hopefully we're gonna see more Meepos after this game. As Yol, he really wants to get his blink dagger. He is hiding right now. Kinda has to, because if he gets spotted out, the Meepo jumps on him, and even if he has to spike carapace, he's still gonna die. So yeah, this is trouble, as it's also trouble for Solo, who is gonna get ganked up by Equal as well as by Dendy. Of course, the A ult actually works really well because Shadow Dance will not have any effect, but he still goes into Shadow Dance, and the kill is still there. Crystal Maiden's Nova, level 3, gets the last hit there. But yeah, if the A ult hits, you can go into Shadow Dance, but you won't regen health. That is a great counter-ish towards this Slark, as we have got Dendy pressuring on the top lane this time, and it's time for RoX.KIS to really, like, do something about him. Yeah, they've been able to kill everybody else. They've been able to kill Dendy once as he jumped forward. It's so difficult to keep track of all those Meepos. Like, seriously, it's very confusing. And actually, I'm seeing here the big batch, but we have to watch out for this one, because this one is blinking in on mid lane, and I'm expecting 2 kills to happen here because BZZ as well as Cedar. There's just no way. Astral Imprisonment is the only delay of execution. BZZ is not gonna live through that, and like, really, how can you fight that? What? Like, yeah, they've got nuke damage. Like, normally, if you see a Meepo picked up in a competitive match, if you see Meepo picked up in a pub, if you're playing Meepo in a pub, as I do get Viper on the top lane, which is great, but if you're up against a Meepo in a pub, the thing that people pick against it is nuke damage, like Lion, you know, single target nuke, kill up one Meepo, kill them all. It's how it works, right? So you gotta nuke one down, and they have nuke damage, right? They've got the OD ult, they've got the Vendetta, the Impale, Brain Sap is a pretty decent nuke as well, and yeah, it is kind of there, but they're just not finding the openings there. I don't, like, what do you do? And if this is your situation right now, what do you do to get this game back in your hands? I do believe always that there is always a chance in Dota, be that your opponent team is gonna throw, or be that you're gonna make the most amazing plays that you've ever seen before, as Seedoy gets aggressively force-staffed and killed. But yeah, their chance is now to kill off the Meepo and then get some fights going for them. Because they can kill off everybody else. They have killed off everybody else. They have not killed off Meepo apart from once. As the Meepos already jumped themselves back and forth between Meepos. Well, let's see. Impale comes out, just trying to slow down the push, but yo, is there gonna be a lasso? Spike Carapace! No lasso! Reeves jumped wrong. Doesn't matter though, still forces him back and still allows for the tower to take some harassment. Meepos are actually cutting Solo, perhaps? Is the Meepo gonna be blinking again? He can blink again in a short while, but he's not gonna be able to do anything. Age Deprivation still goes down on the bottom lane, so this is a kill that RoX.KIS was able to get. The Vendetta is up again as well, but there is a sentry, so he's gonna realize that he's being scouted out. Meepos are in the jungle. Meepos have Chilling Touch. Oh god. All the Meepos have Chilling Touch. Oh, that is so scary. And snares, they know where he is. I mean, obviously the cloud kind of reveals where he is. There he is again, getting slowed, pounces away. Looks like it's going to be enough for the moment, but they find Joel instead. Spike Carapace is going to help out a bit, but the net's going to prevent Joel from teleporting out, and the kill is still going to be there. And Solo actually came back here, blink forward from one of the Meepos, goes for Solo still. The Dark Pact is there, a couple of hits needed. He is in the same time, he's already killed out the Bane, but Solo is the one to get away. So he is the one to get away. One of the Meepos actually dropped very low. He has to be careful. I'm not revealing that one. That one has to go back to base, heal up. And yeah, let's continue on with towers. Why not, right? It's of course objective Dota. To get those objectives going for you. That's the second last tier 2 tower. There's only one standing alive, which is the top tier 2 here. And
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. It's it's going their way. Actually, like, normally Goblak is one of the captains that is actually not afraid to call an early GG if he sees things are doomed, but he's still expecting that they can turn this around. So thinking about what they could perhaps do to turn this around, like if they're waiting for one big item or something, because item wise, like, Slark doesn't really have anything apart from drums and treads as he jumps himself inwards, gets himself a pounce upon Mantis, and Amazing Force taps himself out. But Solo is the one to be forced back again. Maybe they can get this hammer drop. They do get the Crystal Maiden, but at the same time, Slark, Nyx Assassin, Seed Oil, all drop. BCZ is gonna get last suit there as well, and will get picked up as well. That's gonna be only one hero left alive. It is the captain himself, and Captain, you're nightmared, and you're gonna die as well, because there's no way you're gonna live through the hate of NEXT.kz at this moment. There's the GG, 25 minutes in. The Meepo wins, and might see a ban in the next game. I mean, seriously. That was a Meepo game, and I'm hoping that we're gonna see him again at some point. For now, though, we're gonna see first the second, or the third game, I should say, because NEXT.kz took a game off RoX.KIS just now, but before that, RoX.KIS was able to take a game off NEXT.kz. We're gonna see game 3. Of course, you are watching the Yard White Festival, and for this, we will have ourselves a best of 3 in the winners bracket, and we are having ourselves a small break before we jump ourselves back into the match. Into the third match of the series, so stick around, don't go anywhere, because there might be more Meepos along the way. I'm also hoping that Vickermont is going to be awake by that time, but it looks like he is still offline. Looks like he is either overslept. Well, looks like he has overslept, let's just say that one. And, well, then you're just gonna get stuck with me for a little while longer. Anyways, we'll be back here shortly. Thank you for tuning in, and don't go anywhere.